journey of reinforcing just a few things that have been said to make them much more clear. So, really, we are here as a federation. This represents 25 domains, 25 associations from across Uganda. So you might see a small number here, but we have a fully elected leadership, and we represent the entire music regions of Uganda, from Sebei to as far as Karamoja back to Kampala. So the reason why we're here is we're musicians, and we have been called a lot of names. We have been misrepresented in society on a lot of things. We are tired of being called beggars. We musicians don't construct buildings and all these things. We construct intellectual property. And with intellectual property, it's very sad that in our country, it is not well protected because we're running on an outdated system, that copyright system from 1959, and a few amendments have been done, but we have not been well represented. You've never been seen artists being represented from across all domains or regions of Uganda with one voice, yet these are challenges we go through individually as artists. So we are here as a federation to speak as one voice today. I want to bring to your attention that our collateral is seated inside an outdated copyright law. Right now, the world is going digital, so our collateral is not protected inside that law. There has been introduction of a lot of digital devices. We must agree that music and art is part of our culture. And when we see all countries like Egypt, Rome, it has been a very great tool to defend and preserve their culture. So it is very important that we use our art and music to defend our culture by protecting our musical works. And this is the only law that protects our musical works, both digitally, from the new devices, new technology, new streaming technology. Like for example, they say Lord Fred Sebastian. That's a man that could be a rich man still earning from home if this law was in place, or if intellectual property was protected and recognized fully across the nation as the pain of all artists from all regions. So even our dead brothers can't go to school. All of you enjoy Weasel Manizo music and so many more. But how do you expect these kids to go to school? His protection is only if this law comes to place and intellectual property is protected. I can spend my whole entire lifetime working, but I can't even go to a bank and prove my earnings because I'm earning off stage. But if this is in place and royalties are working and collaborating percentages are operating properly, and we are enforcing copyright, the government, we are here to build our needs around government. The government is losing a lot of uncollected revenue through music piracy, through the lack of emphasis of their private copy levy, which protects the mechanical rights. Like for example, when you download a song on your phone, a lot of you have our music on our phones. One honorable said he doesn't even know how it gets there. So, when you have that music on your phone, you have what they call a private copy. So you actually have a copy of my song, but there is no way to tax that. But unless this device is taxed at the port of entry, which will be a big contribution to the tax of government, and also a good way to preserve and protect our musical art as part of our culture from piracy and different leakages. So there's billions uncollected due to this copyright and piracy and so many and other very big organizations operating without licenses, other platforms, digital platforms, publishing our music without licenses. They're not monetized. Our music has become free. And at this point, you must agree that music has become a utility in our homes. We consume it like water, like electricity. If we can preserve, though it's a service, so if you guys enjoy the service, this is something we can't do without. A lot of you have never been to your homes, but my music is there. And I spend sleepless nights creating this. It's not easy to stay competitive. So yes. So I know, I'm sorry I might take your time, but please give me a chance. I'm not always here. This is my first time. And I represent a lot of people that will find that to be unfair. Yes. So what we are saying here, we want the government, like I went to MTN and they say the government is taking a lot of taxes off the copyright of the Palamenti tunes. We want that to change. And we want this business to stay, We don't want to threaten the business away at the same time, but we want it to be fair to all of us, raise the percentage. We want the enforcement of the private copy levy so that once you have copies, so that this is revenue the government is also missing out on. We want to preserve our music. We want to grow our nation through CMOs. CMOs need to be empowered and they need to be highlighted they need to be operating much more clear, but they cannot operate if we don't have this corporate flow through. It's a whole system that works together. So thank you.